Hi, this is John from Prakticala, and today I'm going to review this cold steel Voyager folding knife. This is from Cold Steel's kind of series of larger folding knives. I recently did a review of the 4MAX Scout, which is huge. This one is not quite as big, but it's still in that family, still a big knife. Still uses this triad folding or locking mechanism. When it's open, this is a 4-inch blade, but the whole knife overall is almost 10 inches, 9¼ inches, so pretty long handle. The thing is with these knives is you got these curved handles, which means that the blade doesn't really tuck into the handle when it's closed, so you end up with this really wide profile. So it's a little big to stash in your pocket. This is not even the largest Voyager. They have like a Voyager XL, which is even bigger. But like I said, this is a standard one that's still almost 10 inches long when it's open. That's for a 4-inch blade. So it's a big knife. It is pretty light though, because it has these Grivex scales. I'm kind of like whatever about them. They are lightweight, but they do kind of feel a little too light and kind of cheap. The thing is, when you have plastic scales, if the scales are too big, they feel kind of tacky. So I feel like when you have plastic scales, it kind of has to be for a smaller knife, so it doesn't feel as weird. Like a big chunk of plastic just feels kind of weird. So you know, it's not uncomfortable, and like I said, it is light, but it just doesn't feel quite right to me personally. Also, this texturing, the stippling is really aggressive. So yeah, not uncomfortable, but you know, when you hold it, you know, you can actually see it leaves these marks on my hand. So it's very aggressive. So nothing terrible about it, and maybe it doesn't bother you, but for me it's just a little too much. But it is nice to hold, you know, big, a lot of real estate to grip. It's well balanced. This is AUS 10A steel, so pretty decent steel, pretty sharp out of the package. It opens using this thumb stud, which works pretty well. You can do it with one hand. It's because it's kind of big. It takes maybe a couple moves unless you flip it really hard. The triad lock is very solid, kind of like the 4MAX Scout, but the thing is, at least I have not found a way to safely close it with one hand. You know, I guess if you kind of practice with it, you can probably do it, but I don't feel comfortable closing it with one hand. So you need two hands to do it. So this is mostly a two-hand opener, two-hand closer. You can do it with one hand, but closing it, yeah, you kind of need two hands to do it. It's a little sticky too. So I do like this blade though. This is like nice clip point. You don't always see that. Has a nice stone wash finish, so that's really nice. The action is also very smooth. You know, it's like a nice smooth opening, very solid locking, clicking there, not going anywhere. Very solid lock. So good construction. I don't have any doubt that this would be very good to use just strictly from a, you know, cutting, slicing or stabbing perspective. The knife itself is good, but I think it's a little too unwieldy still for me. I prefer something that can just quickly flip open with one hand, close with one hand, stash in my pocket very discreetly. This one is a little too big. So anyway, those are kind of my impressions of this knife. Hopefully that helps you. Any questions, leave me a comment. Thank you.